Hey everybody, Sean here from BoredParacord.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make one that I designed called the Louisville Express. So I've got 6 feet of yellow, 6 feet of teal, and I combined them right here, melted the ends, stuck them together, and then rolled them between my fingers. So we got a total of 12 feet with this, and then I have about 8 feet of this candy cane, which is a red and white color. And that's going to be the color that goes down the side of the bracelet. So let me just get these two ends through the buckle real quick. So you're just going to take your two ends, take your buckle, go down through the top. Just like that. And I flattened the ends here so that they go through the buckle a little easier. Once they're just a little ways through, go ahead and open up the long ends, reach through, pull all of the excess through until you can't pull it any further. And that's going to attach right up to it's going to tighten up right against the buckle, just like that. That's a cow's hitch. Flip that over, run the paracord through your fingers, and by doing that it keeps all the paracord from twisting. And then you're going to take your flipped over buckle and flip it back over and run the paracord up through the bottom of the buckle. And then pull all that excess through the other way. Okay, and that twisted up just a little bit, so I'm just going to pull it all the way through and then pull it back. Make sure that when you do this you have 2 loops just like that. That's your basic shape of your bracelet. And then open up the buckle. Left cord off to the left, right cord off to the right. I think I want to go about that long on this one. Now, this is where you would make your measurement. So you would measure from right where my fingernail is at up to the end of this buckle. You don't measure these hooks here because those are going to be inside of the buckle. Alright, now what I'm going to do with this is we're just going to do a regular old Solomon. So take your left cord over the top, take it off to the right side. Take your right cord over your left, behind the back, and pull her tight. Don't tighten this all the way yet, because what you want to do, you want to loosen it up, and you want it to look like this. So you have a left hole, a right hole, and a center hole. You're going to take your paracord, your accent color, and you're going to go right down through the middle hole. Pull it through so you have, about 2 or 3 inches. And then get this tightened up. Alright, so now you have a cord coming off to the right. You have a center one, which is going to be your accent color. And it's a little knotted here, so I'm going to get that knot out of there. And this one's going to be real easy. You're going to work with the right side, and then you're going to go over to the left. So, what you're going to do here is you're going to create with your accent color a loop on the right side. So you got your loop there. It's going over the top. Take your right cord, cross over that loop, go down through the center, and then bring it up through that loop. So let me just show you what we've got. Let me zoom in on this for you. Try and get this a little clearer for you. So you created a loop with the accent color. Goes over both the center cords, and then your right cord goes over that loop, down through the center, and then up through the accent color. From this point, you're just going to tighten it up. And this is where it can be a little tricky because you want this to look nice and consistent all the way through. So when you get it to this point, this is when I pull it kind of tight and then kind of straighten it up. You'll see what I'm talking about once you get going. Alright, now you're going to do the same thing on the left side. Create that loop that goes across, the middle. Your left cord goes down through the center, but it crosses over the loop. And then poke it up through that loop. And then you're going to tighten this on up. This is the hardest part of this whole bracelet, is tightening this up so that it looks good. You'll understand what I mean as you go, because you'll start to see that it might not look the most consistent, but just keep with it, you'll get it. And I'm having trouble with this first one already. Alright, so we'll push that up. Alright, now when you push this up, you want to grab hold of the two center strands and kind of push everything that way. Snugs it right up. Alright, so do the loop, cross over the loop, around, down through the middle, around, and up through that loop. That out of the way. Alright, and there we go. That should be good. Alright, and then we're going to do a loop on the left side, take it off to the right, cross over, come up through the loop. That's about it. This is real easy. The way that I came up with this name is I was doing this in the car, coming up with a different design in the car, and once I got it finished, I needed a name, so I said, hey, the next sign that we pass, I'm naming it after that sign. So it just so happened to be a sign for Louisville. So this one is going to be called the Louisville Express. Alright, well, you can kind of see the pattern that we got going here. I'm going to finish this up, and I'll be back. Okay, so I'm down to the bottom now, and I'm closing in on the buckle, so I only have enough room to do one more. So what I've done with the teal color is I have attached a fid to it. Grab that, there it is, okay. So we come across, now we have to go down through the center. And then we come up through this loop here. And that'll be our last one right there. So get this pulled nice and tight. We can cut our teal and yellow right where they're at. And I think what I want to do with this candy cane is I want to loosen up this yellow right here. Let me zoom in on this while I do this. I'm just going to use my fid to loosen this up just a little. And I'm going to run the candy cane through that yellow right there. If I can get it through there without having to put a fid on there, that'd be great. Nope, I think I'm going to have to put a fid on here. Just unscrew this one. There we go. I can poke it through that yellow. Alright, so I only did that so that I can have a spot for this red to end. Oh, we got a twist in there. Get that twist out of there. There we go. Alright, and then we can pull this yellow nice and tight again. So now we have the red coming out here, red and white. We have the yellow coming out there, and the teal coming out there. So I'm just going to make my cuts real quick. Take my fid off real fast. There we go. Alright, so let's cut the teal here. And when you cut this, you want to cut it as close to the bracelet as you can. That was a little too far away, because now I have a little extra there. Grab my smoothing tool, my lighter. And I dropped my smoothing tool there. It's okay, still gave me a nice smooth edge there. I'm going to do the candy cane here. Appreciate you guys watching my videos, it means a lot to me. A lot of people starting to get into this craft, so it's nice to see everybody's creations. Most of the people now, what they're doing is they're going on to Facebook on my group, Paracord on, and they're posting their creations on there. There are lots of new designs coming out every day. I can't keep up with them. But if you want to check out that group, it's facebook.com/groups/Paracord on. I'd love to see what you come up with, new designs and stuff. Alright, so we have a little bit of a gap down here, so what we can do is just kind of pull a little of the slack out and it'll fill that gap up. There we go. There it is. That is the Louisville Express. Hope you like this one. Just got one more cut to make, which I'll do after I cut away, but don't forget about that one. And that's a completed bracelet, the Louisville Express. Thanks for watching. Until next time, Paracord on.